Good evening, family. Welcome again back to another American Math tutorial. We're here again with Kira, and we're going to continue having some fun picking back up off where we did last week, where we're going to be going over some simple conversions using actual recipes. All right. Kira,
All right.
you have anything you want to say before we get started?
Nope, it's gonna be another fun day. We're gonna hop
Awesome.
through it.
Quick and simple intro today. Make sure that you follow along on your own at home, and let's jump into this. So as we met Marie a long time ago, and she's from France. She is a chef in training who's come over to America to study, and she's really confused by all of the American metric unit, or not metric, the American US customary units we use over here. All right, and it just gets real confusing with her to use these recipes. So she's going to get some practice, and we're going to help her out by converting some of our American units into metric units. And that's what we're going to do today in today's video. Okay. Over here, we have the recipe we're going to be using. This is a recipe for a cinnamon roll in a mug. Okay. And we're going to be converting all of these units into metric units. Okay.
Everything, everything's gotta be in a mug, huh?
It's got to be a mug to keep it small right now. When we get into larger cups and stuff like that, we'll start doing full cakes, but we want to keep it simple. We got to start simple. All right. All
All
right.
right.
Perfect. So we're going to start out with, actually need clearing the plate space. And we're going to start out with this first value, which is going to be 1.5 tablespoons of salted butter. Okay. So let's hop
Okay.
back over here. Kira, let's make sure that you have remote control ability so that you can help us with these activities.
Okay.
And here we are. So you can see the screen and everything, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. And you have remote control ability too. So we're placing 1.5 tablespoons. Now, it's interesting that we're starting off on such a tricky one because we know how to place 1 tablespoon, but I don't think we've ever placed half a tablespoon before. So I want to see your thought process as we go through this. Try to get down to as close to half a tablespoon as possible, and let me make sure that we bring our milliliter back over here, uh, just in case we need it. Okay.
All right, 1.5 tablespoons. So first off, we know we got 1 tablespoon in there. Simple. We'll just drag that on into the tablespoon beaker. Bada bing, right there. All right. So now we need half of a tablespoon. Okay. So first, we know that half of 3 is 1.5, right? But we need to get into the actual droplets, per se, of our tablespoons. So, let me make it real quick. Drag that out. Boom. Representation. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so we need half of this tablespoon. And we know that each teaspoon holds 5 milliliters. So that means we got to break this in half some way. So already we know we're going to at least have 2 tablespoons on deck. Okay. So that'd be a centiliter. Where'd that go? Oh, there we go. I'm going to slap that in there. Okay. But now we need to know how to break up a teaspoon into a half. If it will work for a second, might be doing something wrong. Come on, give me. There we go. All right. Oh,
Yeah, something's going on. It doesn't
all
typically
right.
give you
There we
this much
go.
trouble.
Yeah, there we go. Let's get me. But the reason I say that I know we have 2 teaspoons is because when you see break it in half, we still have these full teaspoons right here.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. We need to break it in half. Hold on. I might have made a mistake in that thought process. Okay. Cut it in half. Oh, I did. All right, so my bad. I was cutting it into two separate pieces. So we know we're gonna at least have 1 tablespoon, no, not tablespoon, teaspoon. There we go. My bad. So that means we get rid of this part and just focus on this little area right here. So that means we have 1 teaspoon. Slap that in there. Boom. All right, so now we need to break up our teaspoon, well, our milliliters per se. So half of 5 would be 2.5. So
Let's go back over into our milliliter play space over here. So you can use these symbols and the dropper. That will make it a little bit easier.
all right, thank you. So, oh, you got it. Okay.
I'm just clearing the play space. There you go.
All right, so like I said, we are separating 1 teaspoon, and we know a teaspoon holds 5 milliliters. So let me put that in. 1, and put it in the dropper. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we got our 5 to make up our teaspoon. Boom. So that means we're going to need to put this in half. So since we know half of 5 is 2.5, 2.5 equals 5, we're going to have, that means we're going to have 2 teaspoons, not 2 teaspoons, 2 milliliters and half a milliliter, which is weird.
Go ahead and just draw a line through that for half a milliliter.
Yeah, just half a milliliter. But let's be real, anything in cooking isn't gonna need like that specific amount of milliliters or like half a milliliter. So yeah, just do what you want to do with it according to how good it tastes to you. Like what Mr. Bird said, what, Monday.
Yeah, half a milliliter is pretty insignificant when it comes to cooking. You're already off by that with just, the residue that comes off of a spoon when you're scooping
Yeah.
out butter or something like that. So,
Yeah, so half, so it'd be 1 tablespoon. Let me just slap that in there because we can do it here. So that means we'd have 1 tablespoon. And then if we ignore that top part, we'd have 1 tablespoon and a half. So we'll just get rid of that top piece. There we go. Wait, 1 tablespoon. Yeah, 1 tablespoon and a half, which is just 2.5 milliliters. There we go.
this is a half of what though?
Half a tablespoon. Oh wait, my bad. Half a teaspoon. There we go.
Very good. So we have half a teaspoon, but we also what does our recipe tell us?
Hold on, can we go back? Wait, what do we need? Oh, we need 1.5 tablespoon of salted butter. Okay, so that means tablespoon. Oh, hold on, 1.5 tablespoon. Okay, so that means we're missing our teaspoon. There we go. That makes it half a tablespoon. Wait, I'm sure. 2, 1, 2, 3, and another tablespoon. I'm gonna assume that's what that is. What do you think, Mr. Bird?
Looks right to me.
All right, so I was thinking, I was like, looks weird, but we're gonna go with it. So
Nah.
there's 1 tablespoon, 1 teaspoon, and half a teaspoon.
100%. I'll break it down again for you so that we can streamline that whole process. First off, I want to say that I'm very proud and impressed that you figured that out using just the knowledge that we've used in prior lessons. So, spot on for that. You did really good.
Thank you.
And I love your process. I'm going to do the same thing that Kira did. She started out by just bringing out 1 tablespoon because we need 1.5 tablespoons. Go ahead and get the easiest part checked out of the way. All right? Bring out 1 tablespoon into the play space. Now we need half a tablespoon. Well, we know a tablespoon is made up as 3 teaspoons, made up of 3 pieces. All right? So if we try to take these 3 teaspoons and put them into 2 individual groups, we would have a teaspoon in one group and a teaspoon in another group. Both of these are balanced now, right? But so yeah, we're treating our centiliter beaker and our teaspoon beaker as the 2 holders of this half a tablespoon as we visualize breaking it into two. So now we need to take this last teaspoon and we need to cut that in half. But, you know, if it were 4 milliliters, that would be easy. Just 2 goes into each, but we have 1 more left over. So we'll break this teaspoon into 5 milliliters. And then we'll separate them out each into these 2 groups. All right, so we'll keep both of them balanced and equal. So we got to put one over here, one right here, one right here, one right here, and we have 1 more left. So what we can do with that last one is we can cut it in half. We don't have a piece to show half a milliliter right now because that's really small. We don't need to be that intricate with these measurements, but we know that half of a milliliter would be 0.5 milliliters. All right. So now we can see, oh, if we just write down 0.5 here and 0.5 here to represent the half a milliliter, we can add everything up. We can see that we have 7 and 0.5 milliliters. Is that making sense?
Okay. Hold on. So this is relative. This isn't the same thing we're doing. This is just an example, right?
I'm doing what you did. I'm just doing it in a slightly different way of visualizing it. Just to streamline the process because we jump between a couple different interfaces and stuff like that. So I just wanted to do what you did, but bring it down to simple steps and just do it all in one go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Are we missing something?
Tablespoon, teaspoon. Wait, hold on.
Go ahead, ask.
I'm thinking like you broke up a teaspoon, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Put 2 drops in the centiliter, 2 drops in the teaspoon.
Mm-hmm.
Took that last droplet and put it into a half to turn it into 0.5.
Right. And then I put 1/2 in the teaspoon and 1/2 in the centiliter.
Tablespoon. Did I put that down previously? I'm like, hold on. This looks different to me.
Okay, let's go back to what you entered. Thank God for Control Delete.
Yeah.
All right. This is what Kira had here. Kira said, okay, I know we have 1 tablespoon, so we'll drop that over here. Perfect. Then you said, okay, I know that inside of a tablespoon, if we're going to divide this into 2 halves, that 1 teaspoon is going to go in either half. So I'll go ahead and just drop a teaspoon into the teaspoon beaker.
Yeah.
And then you knew that we had 5 milliliters left over, or 1 teaspoon left over. So we put that into the play space over here.
Yeah.
Like this. And then you just did some subtraction to it, and you took away the 2 and cut it in half. And that's how we got this here.
Okay. So why did we need the other teaspoon in our centiliter beaker?
We didn't need that. I was just visualizing it so that we could see how each of the different groups were balanced out.
Oh.
Yeah, that was it.
Because I was confused with that. I got lost. I was like,
Yeah, okay, I can understand how that might be a little confusing. But I was just saying, for example, if we had 2 teaspoon beakers like this, or, you know what, even better, we're going to bring out 2 tablespoon beakers. That's a centiliter. Here we go. We have 2 tablespoon beakers like this, and we want to those things are a little too big. So if we have a tablespoon like this, and give me 1 second while I just get these the right size. We'll leave that one big so it's easier to see. Excuse me. So I was saying we have this 1 tablespoon that we want to cut into half. So we have 2.
cut out.
You know?
There you go. Wait.
Okay.
Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Go ahead.
Okay. Perfect. So we have, what's it called? We have 1 tablespoon that we want to split into 2 parts. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll
Yeah.
take one of those teaspoons from inside of it. We'll put
Okay.
1 teaspoon over here and another teaspoon over here. All right.
Okay.
That would then take away both of these teaspoons.
Yeah.
So then we have 1 left. So I'll break that into 5 milliliters.
Yeah.
And then we do the same thing. We'll put 1 into 1 beaker, another
Okay.
into this one. We'll put 1 into this one, another
Okay.
into beaker number 2, and then we're left with
And
1
then-
more. So we have to cut
Uh-huh.
that one in half. So then it would be 0.5 over here and 0.5 over here. Half of a milliliter going to both sides.
Oh. Okay.
So
So
this
pretty
was
much.
Mhm.
Oh, go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
This was to just visualize cutting it in half. You did all this, but you just did it in your mind.
Yeah, I was
So-
like, the only difference is for real, I didn't put the droplets in the actual beaker as well.
Right. You just left everything inside of their you left everything over here inside of their proper columns. And again, if that works great for you, then that's perfect. I was just doing that so that if anyone at home, and even you, could see it broken down more visually, because we have more visual learners that need some help seeing it too. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Do we have any other questions? Did we clear everything up?
We're clear. We can keep it moving.
Excellent. I'm trying to get rid of this now. Okay, so this is our answer. Here we have 1 tablespoon. Think back. Yeah, 1 tablespoon, 1 teaspoon, and 2.5 milliliters. All right. Do you remember what we're trying to convert this value into to help Maria out?
What was it? We're helping her with into a metric system. No, wait, we're
Right.
doing that. Never mind.
No, you're
Did I
right.
get that wrong? Oh, okay, never mind.
You're 100% right. Because tablespoons, teaspoons, those are both U.S. customary units or imperial units. The milliliters and the centiliters are metric units. So Marie knows what a milliliter and a centiliter are. But she doesn't know what a tablespoon and a teaspoon is. So we need to convert this into... Say again?
I was just saying, okay, so she doesn't know what the U.S. customary is because she's from France. Okay.
Exactly. So we need to convert these into milliliters for her and add up the value in total so we can give her the answer.
All right.
All right.
With centiliter and a milliliter. So that means in our case, we'd have 2 centiliters and what was it? I think we're missing one, but okay. It's 2.5 milliliters.
Perfect. So you
2
said
centiliters
2 centiliters and
2.5 milliliters.
2.5 milliliters.
Okay, there we go.
Perfect. That's spot on. This is 100% correct. Do you have any
Okay.
questions?
No, I think we got it from here. Let's keep it moving.
We started out on a pretty tricky one. That's just only because that was the first item in the recipe, but we'll keep moving forward. Also,
Okay.
I want to show you a quick way that we can simplify this. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people love the metric system. And that's because, and we'll ignore what's over there to the left right now. Actually, I'll just go ahead and, actually, no, I'm going to leave it. So what a lot of people love about the metric system is how simple the conversions are between different units. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're doing here with
Okay.
American Math is we're helping to help those of us who aren't so familiar with the metric system visualize it. So in a centiliter, how many milliliters are in a centiliter?
10 milliliters.
Exactly, 100%. There are 10 milliliters in a centiliter. All right, and centi means 10, if I'm not mistaken. That's why it's called a centiliter. It's saying a 10. All right, deci means 10, milli means 1,000, so on and so forth. Hold on, did I just say that? No, centi means 100. I'm sorry. Um,
Uh,
but it breaks down. There are 10 milliliters inside of a centiliter. Okay, that's the point that I'm trying to make. So if there are 10 milliliters in a centiliter, how many milliliters are inside of 2 centiliters?
that'd be 20 milliliters.
Very good. So it'd be 20 milliliters. So if we have 20 milliliters plus 2.5 milliliters, what would our answer be if we add them both together?
And it'd be 22.5 milliliters.
100%. It'll be 22.5 milliliters. All right.
Okay.
So in the future, I might ask you to tell me how many centiliters are inside of it and how many milliliters, to say each of them individually, or I might ask for just how many milliliters are inside of it. And then I want you to tell me, in that case, it would be 22.5 milliliters.
All right.
Is that making
Got it.
sense?
Yeah, I think we got the next one.
We got the next one for sure. Let's clear our play space right here. And hop back over to our recipe. Let's hop over here. Okay. Now we need, oh, these values just jumped up a lot. Now we need half a cup of all-purpose flour.
Easy.
All right, let's do it then.
All right.
You go ahead and take
So-
control and show us how to do it.
All right. So we know we just need half a cup of all-purpose flour. So we know a cup has 8 ounces. We need half of that. We know half of 8 is 4 ounces in total, meaning that we just need to slide 4 ounces into our cup. So it just be 1, 2, 3, and 4 ounces, or 2/4 of a cup.
Excellent. So 4 ounces. I'll put that in here. 4 ounces equals how many milliliters?
All right. Look, we have on our side, it's 120 milliliters.
Excellent. Spot on. We have that chart there to thank.
Thank goodness.
It's 120 milliliters. Perfect. Any questions?
Nope, let's keep pushing.
All right, let's go. On to the next one. Now we have another half a teaspoon of baking powder.
Thank goodness we spent most of our time going over that kind of portion.
100%. So let's clear this over here. Let's clear all these annotations. And Kira, break it down for us. Break down how we would cut a teaspoon in half.
All right. So, of course, we know a teaspoon is 5 milliliters. So, to break it down more easily, let's put it into our beaker. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know we need to cut our teaspoon in half. So that means we have to cut it in half at this 3 right here. The reason for that is because we have 2 milliliters right here. And then, oh wait, does my stylus work? Then we have a 0.5 right here, giving us 2.5 milliliters. Oh my God, my stylus is not doing its thing. It's okay, hold me. Giving us, come on, there we go, 2.5 milliliters. And we know 2.5 plus 2.5 is a teaspoon or 5 milliliters. So that means 2.5 milliliters would be half a teaspoon. Yay.
Excellent. Half a teaspoon is 2.5 milliliters. All right. Let's go and knock out this next one.
2 tablespoons of granulated sugar.
Perfect.
Okay, I can do that.
Let's hop back over into the other play space. Here we go. And I'll write it down. How many tablespoons again?
Need 2 tablespoons of
2
granulated sugar.
tablespoons. 2 tablespoons, and that would be how many milliliters?
All right. First off, we know that 2 tablespoons. Oh, can I access it? I can. 2 tablespoons, 1, 2, makes up an ounce for us. Boom. So clear those 2 tablespoons, carry in 1 ounce into our cup. So that gives us 30 milliliters in a full ounce. Boom. That's also 1/8 of.
It's also what?
I said it's also 1/8 of a cup.
Excellent. And that would be 30 milliliters. All right.
All right. Simple.
Next, we're blowing through these. Next up, we have 3 tablespoons of milk.
All right.
So what would that be?
All right. 3 tablespoons of milk would first. We know we have to do, well, we already have it in there, but I'll just delete it so I can redo it. So first, we know we need 3 tablespoons, and we know there's 2 tablespoons in an ounce. Bada bing, bada boom. So that means we'll bring 1 ounce into our cup. Boom. And then we need 1 more tablespoon. So 1 more tablespoon can fit perfectly into our tablespoon beaker. So that means, oh, put it back. That means we have 45 milliliters in total. Let me move it over here. That's 30. That's 15. That gives us 45. Just for those who need visuals. We got our 5 and our 4. There we go. 45 milliliters in total. So let me put that there. Okay. 45 milliliters. Boom.
Perfect.
So
I think we've got. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that'd be 1/8 and 1/2 of an ounce. Yeah. 1/8 of a cup and 1/2 of an ounce. Whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, very good. What if it were in ounces?
What'd you say?
What if we had the whole puzzle in ounces instead of
So
an
that'd
eighth
be
of?
1.5 ounces.
Very good. 1.5 ounces. All right. I think we've got one more to do.
All right.
Oh, we've got one more for the dough. We do have some other values over here. But nah, they're all duplicates. That's fine. We'll just close out with the dough for today. Extra credit is fillings for everyone at home. If you want to get some extra credit and extra practice in. Okay? But lastly, we have another repeat. We have half a teaspoon of vanilla.
Okay, half a teaspoon of vanilla. You can do this. I've done it before. Oh. I mean, we already have it filled out, but why not do it again? So remove that. Again, we know a teaspoon holds 5 milliliters. So that means we'll fill up our beaker again. I don't know why they don't want to copy, but okay. 1. Move this, that, whatever. You select it all. Come on. There we go. So let's just fill up our dropper with 5 milliliters, aka a teaspoon. So you got 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna need half of that. So we know we're gonna keep 2. So we have 2 milliliters right there. We're gonna have to break it in half. So that means we'll have to cut it through the third point, or 3 milliliters. So that means to remove this, boom, boom. So that means we're gonna have to remove the top part. So we know half of 1 milliliter is 0.5. So that means we'll get rid of this top part. We'll just have 0.5 milliliter, giving us 2.5 milliliters. There we go, which is half a teaspoon. Yay, we did it.
Spot on, 100%. So that will leave us with 2.5 milliliters. All right.
We're done with our dough.
We're done with our dough. We'll have some more fun with other values and other recipes in the future, but I think this is a good stopping point for us today, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. We spent a lot of time on our 1 1/2 tablespoon, but thank goodness we did, because we're breezing through it now.
Exactly. Awesome, awesome. So let me stop my screen share. And yeah, I think that's going to conclude our lesson for today. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Make sure you get some practice at home with these different conversions, and we'll keep on building off of this as we get more familiar with them going forward into the future. And we'll also have a shot, before we finish out this series, we'll have a shot at some mental conversions too. Because right now we can see all the milliliters over here off to the side, but what if we don't have that guide there? Do we still remember? So we'll have some fun with that.
Okay.
All right.
I like a nice. All right.
I know you do. That's awesome. So we're going to go ahead and dismiss for today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Happy learning.
Happy learning.